I love conspiracy theories. Some of my favorite ones, though, involve President Trump. Fake news or not, he gets the best ones. Forget about January 6th, Project 2025, or so-called colluding Putin. I don't think about any of those. Get real. Those are the brand name conspiracy theories they sell you for a premium. Keep eating it up. As for his so-called ties to Jeffrey Epstein, please, anything that obvious has to be a psyop. So, in light of this patent misinformation, I go for the knockoff conspiracies that fall behind the shelf. That's where the deals are. Nobody knows deals better than I do. Believe me. Here's one. I think the juiciest Trump conspiracy was his court case. It's even in the language. Those were trumped-up charges, if you ask me. Apparently, it wasn't enough to make Trump a living meme. Now he's a living pun. And for someone who made his name off of making deals, his luck seems too bad to be true. I mean, imagine getting convicted of 34 felonies just for paying hush money to a porn star. Not quite as shameful as solicitation of a prostitute. Not quite as common as bribing your girlfriend with dinner. Just a high-stakes rendezvous with a well-known seductress for hire. That's the G-spot of blackmail. And all of that hush money was paid after. He paid 6 figures for a lousy lay. Talk about not getting enough bang for your buck. That's such a rip-off. I wouldn't be surprised if she was the mastermind behind it all. Not Elon, not Putin, not the deep state lizard people. Stormy Daniels is the ace in the hole. She's the reason Trump got elected. Since that kangaroo court only boosted his ratings. Everybody loves an underdog billionaire. Then there's the smoking gun. Ever wonder why they called it hush money? They repeated it everywhere. Hush money this, hush money that. He, she, they, hush money. Maybe we've been looking at it wrong. Maybe it's not a matter of being hushed for money. Maybe it's money for hush. Who's Hush, you might ask? Read between the lines. Who else but Stormy? Or should I say, codename Hush? Because real power moves in silence and moans. I'm all about female empowerment, like remaking classic movies with women. You got Ghostbusters, Ocean's 8, American Psycho 2. Sure, a lot of people think those movies sucked, but progress takes time. Still, it makes you wonder why they haven't so much as touched the James Bond series yet. Surely a Jane Blonde would slay at the box office. Because imagine for a moment, a feminist-fueled film about a woman trained from a young age to follow orders without question from another post-menopausal woman who insults her, talks down to her all the time, and even gave the order for her to be shot in the middle of a fistfight on a train. Not to mention she's doing it all for a king. A woman who gets gadgets from a smartass named Q with an unsympathetic HR to report the inevitable case of SH for crafting a suspiciously shaped exploding pen. Why bother? With MI6, a pen is just a pen. A female James Bond would need to have impeccable driving skills, hold her liquor well, and remain neither shaken nor stirred in the face of a certain death she accepted on a mission to maintain the status quo. Even Hollywood couldn't simulate that kind of fiction. The thing that made James Bond films work was that they played into the male fantasy. Guys thought it was cool to seduce baddies and save the world. But for women, that's a step backward. Seriously, how many women would keep saving the world if it didn't even thank them the first time? Why not just send a man to do it? Maybe James Bond is equally ridiculous for men too. Men good at everything usually suck with women. And men good with women usually suck at everything else. Unless your name's Sins, Johnny Sins. Or so I thought. Until I read that Bond's creator, Ian Fleming, knew a guy. And that guy knew another guy who was so badass, he inspired James Bond. Fleming even based Le Chiffre on the first guy as a finder's fee. So, who was this second mystery man? None other than John Dee, mathematician, astronomer, advisor, extraordinaire, among other things. All in service to Queen and country. Basically Q, but with a few extra bells and whistles. In his time at court, D got so bored with human language that he went ahead and invented another one that puts Tolkien to shame. There's his cryptographic skills for you. By the way, he was also a royal spy for Elizabeth I. Guess that makes him both Q and Bond. D was kind of a wizard. Word is, D would send her progress reports with lorgnettes. You know, those glasses you hold up to your face, drawn on a sealed envelope. With a little penmanship, the logo is shaped like a 007, to show it was for her eyes only. Speaking of penmanship, D had himself an exploding pen too, 'cause I kinda lied. D wasn't kind of a wizard. D was a wizard, or so the legend says. Guess it's not just a pen after all, because it's a magic wand. And sometimes, a magic wand is not just a magic wand, because it's a dick. And that's why there will never be a female James Bond. Not because she couldn't do it, but because whether it's Q, M, or C, when you're in the know, every 00 begins and ends with D. There, you've heard the truth. You've seen the wand. You learned the magic word. Welcome to the Order. Subscribe, and don't tell anyone, except your psychiatrist.